Gosh, another one. So what I also wanted to share is that when I sort of was just observing things around me, back when I was being targeted, is that they were actually getting signs that I shouldn't be messed with. There was a sacrifice of a goat on a new moon that I asked the people. I said to them, did you know that it was a new moon today? You bleeding the goat, you sacrificing the goat, in alignment with the moon energy. And they were like, no, I pretended to sort of not know anything. I think the woman's a siren. She's a dark high priestess, and just deeply wounded for things that have happened in her life. But anyway, and that was one thing. And what I later saw that evening, once they'd cooked it and stuff, is that she had a massive lump on her lip. And me being kind, so I was like, "Are you all right?" I said, "Have you got anything to put on that?" And I've got this pawpaw, I like the Australian, the pawpaw ointment and things. I said, "What happened?" She said, "Oh, when I was weighing the goat or anything, the thing smacked in her face because of her intention." And so there was another nephew, someone else connected to it, couple of days later or weeks or whatever, in the haze of the whole shenanigans. I don't know, felt like he could talk to me, he was sharing some stories, but obviously he's just, now I realise, as spies and intel and just seeing what I was intuitively picking up and stuff. And I think he was manipulated by the elder lady. He got bitten, he got stung by a wasp or a hornet, and his whole hand ballooned up, and he came to show me. And that morning I'd actually had a vision. I saw the wasp there, where it was in the corner of this place where the tap was, and I knew that was a warning. I didn't know how it applied to me, but I knew that wasp meant that something bad was going to happen that day, and his whole arm swollen up. Because his intention and what he came to do and why he was at the house was wrong. And so, and as I said, I don't believe in right and wrong, but when people are set out to do evil things to other people and control whatever, manipulate, all this shadow work, all this secrecy, that is wrong to me. There's no I don't think there's any two ways about it. So that happened. And also there was another time where this lady was driving, and I mean, the percentage is so small of this happening, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know about in other Caribbean countries when it's mango season. But she was driving and at quite a fast speed, and a mango came and smashed the windscreen and knocked it out. And like the probabilities of that happening, I think if you're a good person, I think it's probably quite low. Whereas if you're concocting and doing things up, it's a message from spirit to stop. Whether that was connected to my energy and things she was doing, or with the horrible evil man that she was connected to, or whether it was because she's doing too much in life, she's been taken advantage of by this disgusting man. Although she knows exactly what she's doing. I'm just saying, I think people sell out for money, and because they're lonely, and because they've had shit happen in their life, they've trauma, or they've lost children, or things have happened around them, and they get swallowed by their own darkness and see money as the way out of it. But anyway, so whether that was that mango on the windscreen smashed was to tell her to slow down in her own life. But yeah, and also there's a Ponzi scheme, the money stuff that they were involved with, and I've got clear messages from spirit of that being. I've just got some birds confirm something for me. A Ponzi scheme that they were getting everybody else to get involved to send money, and then the company that they were investing in, crypto stuff, had converted all the money to tokens, and their money was then lost in the system, and the company were then saying that they can't give them back cash, but you can get tokens. And so, as a product of their own karma, they were stealing, I believe, energetically or financially, from people who were less tech savvy, aware, conscious of the times we're moving into. I think in this day and age, we pretty much know that Ponzi schemes, and if things are too good to be true, they usually are. And that is one of my life lessons. And I certainly didn't go into thinking this situation that I was in was it's definitely retrograde season, because I have said a little bit of this, but maybe I'm sharing a little bit more this time round, because Spirit's asking me. That I didn't get involved in things that were not my business. So certain things that didn't make it a dream paradise experience, and it's too good to be true, I ignored. I was balancing things out, when that it's for a short time and that you wanted to be somewhere sort of temporarily, and then to be in different places, still connected to a community that I believe I thought I was part of. And there are some genuine people there, but there are some people that these people are taking advantage of. And there was a gentle giant who was a friend of mine, and who, the more he connected with me at the house, I think they banished him or banned him from coming to the house talking to me. Because he liked me. We had very deep. He's a very, very gifted person, and I think he was being taken advantage of. And they took the piss out of him when he was drinking alcohol, and he got a bit lost. And one night I said to him, "You're right, mate. You've got to drink water." At the beginning, he had a darker energy, and I just said, you shouldn't. I don't like the word should. It would be advisable if you start drinking a bit more water if you're going to drink alcohol like that. Anyway, they didn't give a shit about him. It was just subservient relationships. They're like people who do. It's an empirical mindset. Because these people have been affected by trauma of the, of post-slave, post-colonial situations, and growing up in different communities that maybe weren't in Jamaica, and pulled into the baby boomer generation and money and all this evil stuff which corrupts people's souls. But anyway, I'm not justifying their behaviour or actions, but that was sad, is that people that were nice to me, I think genuinely nice and not involved in their disgusting intentions, were trying to isolate me, basically, not realising that I'm a shaman, and that being on my own, if you drop me in the woods for 4 weeks, I'll be laughing by week 4. I might look a little bit thinner, but I'd be fine. I think a lot of people that are moving off grid now, I don't know if they're fully aware of how to befriend themselves when they're fully on their own. So what these people were trying to do is, again, because I was in my soft girl era, trying to isolate me, trying to fuck up the Wi-Fi so I couldn't connect with people in England, and on my dad's 70th birthday, which is pretty disgraceful behaviour, so they'll get another knock for that. But not that I gift out knocks, I just think people tot up their karma and prevent other people from creating and harnessing loving energy and loving relationships, because they are jealous of it, because they don't have that, because their family have abandoned them, for reasons. People don't just leave people out of the blue, without there being other things going on, two sides to every story. And in the realms of magicians and secret societies and darker mysteries, the occult, people do prey on weak souls, and I believe these weak souls they can be stronger. I don't want to label that and put that on someone to define them in this realm, because everybody can get stronger, but unknowing people are weak in the mind of those who have got dark or evil intentions, and their minds have been corrupted by the death or the murder or the hatred or the war. One of them was a vet, and so yeah. Number 9. Anyway, I just wish people would heal. I wish people would stop underestimating people because of how they look or what they act, and just try and take advantage, because where we're moving to, if you do believe this is revelation times, end times, community is what will save us all. Yeah, it will save the way we raise our children. It will save the way we discipline, or the way we embody hard work, the way we connect with nature, and the way we get in touch with the other realms. And MalidomaPatriceSome, he was in West Africa in the Dogon Kingdom, and he had a huge connection to the contemplé, the other worldly spirits that would manifest themselves into little smaller people, and lots of different things that happen in their communities. And we're stopping all of that happening because we've gone so far away from that world. And I know that was an African society, but it doesn't mean we can't create safer communities and spiritually balanced and aligned safer communities for the spiritual realm to come in and help us, and to reignite the passion and the curiosity and the childlike wonder in children, because they're our future. They are the number one. We have to protect them. And I said I'm not anti anything, although I am anti anything that hurts children or animals. That's just out of it. And going back to all the signs that happened with these people is that I do believe that they killed one of the puppies that I was raising because of a connection that I had with it, something that I shared, and that's a sort of evil that I never knew existed. So I trust that the end times revelation? Well, yeah, it is a revolution. Revelation times will reveal things, and if people are, getting hurt or getting signs from the universe, maybe and they've got bad intention, maybe they should just stop, because being smacked in the face or being stung and having your heart, all messages from spirit, because ultimately when we're in alignment with nature, it doesn't harm us. We can't be harmed. We are the earth, we are nature, so nature wouldn't hurt us if we're in alignment with nature. The suffering, the pain and the hurt in the physical realm only comes from energetic imbalances, malintent. If you are hurting, I'm an earth angel. I've got connectedness to earth that I've been brought into this realm for. So when you hurt and you come at someone who is connected in that way, nature will do things to you. And so it was interesting of what type of incidents happened around, like the mango, the wasp, the goat, the animal, all earth elements. It wasn't anything to do with water, in a sense, anyway. People who know what I'm talking about will know what I'm talking about. So without going too much on 1221 on the clock, stop doing what you're doing. Otherwise, physical pain comes, and it's just I don't want it. I guess it wouldn't be nice for people to be hurting for things that they're inflicting on others.